Hi friends, I'm Colonel Failure and you're back again with Transport Fever. And at the end of the last episode, some fool was talking about the idea that you don't want to necessarily be running more trains, there you go. Instead, bigger trains were the way to go. This is a bigger train, friends. It might not look it, it's not very long. It's only got 10 wagons on there. But this is the very latest in technology in the year 1900. And what we got here is we've got a mogul, and we've got capacity for 120 of your liquid good stuff flowing there, or has the potential to flow there. Anyway, now the reason for this is because I've got oil waiting, and then at the other end down here we've got oil waiting for oil to produce. Now, since it's 1900, I've been shopping. My loan is now at 19 million. I've been shopping a lot. I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, we upgraded both the trains that we're running on here to be moguls. They are slightly faster. Please be slightly faster. Here we go, 19 miles per hour. Previously, it was doing 8. Although, given that that's counting down, the day is evidently still young. Oh no, 19 miles per hour. Go on there, Tiger. Give it the beans. In fact, we're only doing 18 miles per hour in each direction. These things are supposed to have a little bit more grunt about them, but I guess that's just not the case. Regardless, I'm shipping 50% more oil in each direction on each train, and they have got, supposedly, a higher top speed, which should mean that when it arrives, as it surely will in the next 3 months, that we get a better payday as a result of that. What I was noticing from the previous train was that it had dripped. Yeah, it had. It dipped below the price bucket that we'd factored in previously into something a little lower. So I'm faintly optimistic that these will actually up not only the amount being delivered, but the amount being made from that delivery. It's not very quick, though, is it? No, it's not very quick, Colonel. No, you're absolutely right on that front. Anyway, looking further afield, well, which one's going to arrive? Oh, it doesn't really flipping matter, does it? Is it going to be this one? Which one's that? That's that one. Okay, right. You naff off. You sit there. I have also upgraded my shipping. I will find one of them in a moment. Oh, you just missed the window there, Tiger. There you go. We now have capacity for 100 foodstuffs on board, rather than the 3 that it is currently carrying, and it will also transport said foodstuff quite a bit quicker. That was 5 million quid that cost me. I know, life. But the additional speed there should make that pay off. Probably. Can't really rule anything out or in or shake it all about at the moment. Where are you? I thought I was following the other train here. Are you still proceeding to your destination? Because that's the punch... Oh, look, I didn't realise I'd done this. Oh, ooh, look at, would you just? And then here's, this is going to be almightily scenic. Had I spent the time to get the camera lined up a little bit better, it would have been almightily scenic. So what we would be expecting from 57 fuel is around the 570 grand mark. Now, historically, that was true. Under the new tank engines, it was less than that. On this one, which should be faster, it is 659,000. I should Coco. Right, now I've slapped all of that cheddar directly into the loan balance, so we've taken that down a little bit. But as you can see, we're already up 1.25 million this year. That's not bad. We haven't even had a proper water delivery. I suspect both trains arrived at the same time there. Now, if that price ratio holds, then this arriving at the other end should be worth best part of 1.5 million quid. Yes, that's more like it. If we can maintain this kind of ratio, we're currently tracking at double the running cost. So 3 million running cost, that would mean 3 million profit. I don't think we'll hold that. These flaming things take ages to arrive. But we've no shortage of oil demand at the moment, which is terrific. Extending outward to get some oil delivery going further afield has worked out very nicely indeed. Production is going up. You need me to ship more, don't you? Yeah, I know. I'll stick another train on there at some point. But frankly, having endless episodes where all I do is stick another train on things is, I mean, that's not what people pay their money for. You know, you want to see something a little bit more exciting than that. So today we're going to do something a bit more exciting than that I haven't really thought through. But before we get to that, let's go and have a quick look and see how our passenger train in the area of mass spending is going. Well, golly, someone in the comments said that this city would never grow back again. You were wrong. A lot. And I demand a comment from you to say, yeah, okay, clearly you do know a thing or two about bulldozing stations and then replacing them. With bulldozing towns, I should say. Look at this lot, though. This is magnificent. We're going to ride on for this. It's not what I had in mind, but we're going to ride on anyway, because this is quite the scenery. This is your Industrial Revolution tail end 100 years later, looking really quite magnificent. Look at the smog, everybody. And there's a tree that realistically shouldn't be there, and I should high detail the whole thing. But everybody knows that trees are high detailing. The highest, one might say. There's a good shake of people waiting at this station. I'm only running one train on this line at the moment, and the line is profitable. There is the argument to be made that a second train would be a good one, but I'm not going to do that yet. Come on, look, set off. I just want to see what's over the brow of this hill, and then we'll move on and go and build something. I've got 10 million quid available in the bank, and I plan on flashing it at some kind of passenger idea between a couple of towns that are as yet unconnected via the means of rail, which is, let's face it, most of the cities. Now, my big aim in the next 10, 15 years of gameplay is to be ready for airports. I want to institute air travel immediately, because it doesn't take too much effort to make those little dorniers make a profit. And at the same time, I want to be ready for Dakotas and for getting the almighty rail bridge approach instituted when the time comes. So, instituted, implemented, you can go either way with that, and I invite you to choose the one that feels more comfortable. Right, here we go, down to the far end. How many people are actually waiting here? That's just a bloke going to the shop. 65. What's the capacity on this? 48. Bang, zoom, take it to the moon. Right, okay, now then, where are we going to go next? Now, I thought about maybe extending the Caprica line out to Beauclair, and then from there we could move on to Erie and Townsville and, you know, replace the point-to-point bus services that we've got at the moment. Beauclair's a good one. It's always been quite profitable. It's in a lumpy area, but were one to bulldoze the centre of town and put a station in there, it would work out really quite nicely. I've not got that kind of money, people. I just don't. So instead, what I'm looking for is a couple of towns that are a good shake apart. Arkham, Asgard look pretty good, where the interstitial landscape is not as horrendous as it is everywhere else. This looks like the one. And then we can still then ferry passengers to Ironforge and to Hogsmeade via bus and make a bit of extra cheese out of that. So I think we have an accord here, friends. Now I want to stick the station there. Price check. Million, yeah. 500,000, yeah. Another million, yeah. You're looking at about 4 million to bulldoze that lot. Yes, I mean, it's a smidge more than I'd prefer to pay. Well, how much would you prefer to pay? Nothing. Well, do you need to go that side? Because right here, it's set up and the town does appear to be growing this way. It does, doesn't it? You could do that cheaper. Where's the city centre flag? Turn bulldozer off. It's this side. You'll do better by using that side. Yeah, but look, they're all building stuff now. Make it happen, make it grow, make it actionable. All right, I'm going to make it actionable. Let's do that. Pause is on because we don't want anybody interfering with the plan. What do we think? Was this going to be a 4 or a 2? I think a 4 will probably work better because then we can. And what would you do? Would you go Arkham and then Hogsmeade and then maybe have a split in the line here somewhere to go either Arkham, Hogsmeade or Ironforge, Twin Peaks? That's fun. And then on this side, you can go down Townsville and then maybe onto Toontown, or Townsville and then onto Zion, or would you go Toontown, Elmore, Zion? I think you would, with a split again, Elmore that leads to Rapture. Yes, and then another one. So would you have a split at Townsville, or would you split before then to head to Erie? I think you would, and then you put a crossing point there to Beauclair onto the Holy Trinity. Okay, right, I've figured it all out. It's all figured out. So the answer to the question, should we go 2 or 4, is dunno. Let's go 4, because it's better to have 4 and then not use it than something else. Right, okay, so end street connection. We're going to go max connects here, and then about a 200 metre ought to do the trick. Do you want to put some transit track in there? Yeah, I flipping do. Right, put some transit track in as well, and then make it 200 metres long, because that's about as long as I tend to get with my passenger trains. And then too much slope, unable to ride terrain. Oh, and it's very expensive. All right, well, this is not wholly unexpected. If you were to just snap yourself onto there, we could be away and building track. Okay, you will go there, but that isn't exactly connected to the road. If I can find an alignment over here that it's happy. I'll be quiet. Sorry, it's the telephone having another crack at me. I don't know what you were talking about. I did, but there you go. You probably don't even pick that up, and it makes it sound like I'm just, having a moment where I listen to the voices. No, I do listen to the voices, but it comes out of my telephone. Right, there we are. That ought to do it. Oh, really? Yeah, you are a smidge lower than the road, though, aren't you? Not for long, my friend. No, we will deal with that in the way that we deal with all things. We will take a bulldozer to it and bulldoze it. Right, okay, now then, we want a funky bit of road. Medium street, 25 miles per hour. Hold on to your hats there, ladies. They might get caught in the breeze. Now then, how am I going to... Maybe if we just extend that in a straight line on the same level. Yes. Is that what you're calling straight these days? Oh, hush. Right, and then do the same with this one. Straight line, okay, stay on the same level. And then a bit with this one as well, where you stay on the same... Yes, it's quite expensive, I know. But then we should be able to just go from, here-ish, straight across, without that looking quite as lumpy as it did in the first pass. Now, it's 200 grand to you, or in fact, to anyone. I think we can do that better. So if we start from here, the reason for starting away from the road is that then everything will just, bend to my will. 281. Expensive, but ultimately expensive. I'm sure that'll work out just fine. Hook that onto there, because it doesn't wreck the road quite as badly. Hook that one through here onto there. That's good. Bank manager. Thank you. Right, and then this one, what are you going to do with that? From the looks of it, go through someone's back garden. No, we won't do that. We'll do this. Peachy. Okay, right, that's good. Now then, if I smooth... Well, I might not need to smooth it all, or I'll pay for the smoothing via other means. But let's see if we can't slam a bus station in here somewhere. Bus station. Slam it. Right, good. Okay, yeah, that's nice. What's our catchment looking like? Half the town. It's solid. All right, now, that was not cheap. No, of the things that it was, cheap was not among them. Okay, so now we'll turn our attention to Arkham, and... Oh, I know where I want the station here. It's not in a convenient place, but it is in a place. Right in there would do absolutely brilliantly, because I wouldn't have to delete too much in the process. Now, here is the other option, and they're both fairly close to the town centre marker. Town is growing in quite an unorthodox fashion, but, I'll allow it. This is definitely going to be a 2, not a 4. Right, okay. 5 buildings will be removed. I'm sure we can do more than that. 10 buildings, 12, 15 buildings all the buildings will be removed. Now look, I have a reputation for wanton destruction. It's not one that I purposefully cultivate. You liar. Right, let's slap that in there, and then we'll see what dreams may come. Now then, let's. I haven't even seen if I can make a line work to here. I mean, you know, such is the care with which I am not paying attention to this. Yeah, okay, yeah, I know we were. Oh my giddy aunt. I give up. I mean, you're a menace. What? This was all supposed to make it neater and not quite as destructive. Yeah, and you fell for that, did you? It's going to look great, though, when it's done. I mean, look, imagine this all packed out with happy-go-lucky people who don't think that their house is going to be demolished anytime soon. Just imagine. Would you imagine? Are you imagining right now? Because you should be. That's actually come out quite well. Right, now, I'm afraid, given that you people here are not giving me the option to segregate you in some fashion, can I want to just do a smidge of that and maybe a little bit of this? No, you're not interested. You should be, because it will avoid more people's houses being eradicated. Then we can track up here. All right, track up then. Okay, tracked. Yep, and you are as well. Although, hold everything. You seem to have put the opportunity for a goods line in there, so if you're going to do that, you might as well lay it now so you've got all three snapped together. Oh yes, that's some thinking ahead going on. Are you sure you're feeling well? Because, you know, that's... oh, you wazzock. Okay, yeah. Takes great care in placing a little bit of road to avoid bulldozing the house. Removes a little bit of road, removes the other bit of road, bulldozes the house anyway. Classic. Yeah, all right. Yeah, good. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Well, yeah, I did mean to do it, but I hadn't really thought the consequences completely through. No matter. Right, now, you're going to need to be expansion ready. It's like being 5G ready. You're buying something not knowing if it's ever going to actually come to fruition. Right, fling that up there. Wang that one down there. Hurl that one in that direction. I've no idea, of course, where I'm actually going to stick a goods station here. I'm setting this up in a way that if anything, ultimately makes goods stations slightly more difficult to apply later on. But hey-ho, you know, we in the future we trust. That's that hideous. Can we squeak a little side road in there? Actually, I'm going to want a bus station in there because we're going to replace this with a new one. Should we do that now and see what happens? Yeah. Right. And then bus. That's more trains. I know you're in a trains mood, but hey, oh, that's nice. Yeah, stick it there. Okay, good. Right, that will just inherit. Which is grand. The only thing I need to do here now is to get some means of people from side A getting to side B without having to flip the record over. We'll try this. Go on. No. Okay. All right. What else have we got in our arsenal? Well, not without having to, you know, nuke a lot. Spend a bit more. Thank you. All right. Now then. Try something. I'm at a bit of a loss without more casualties. I'll stuff the casualties. Just get it done. I mean, over time, this will all rectify itself. Too much slope. Well, try a bridge. That's far less slopey. That's a horrible bridge. We hate it. All right, if you can't go over, go under. Too much slope, mate. It's not, though, is it? It's a perfectly adequate amount of slope. If I take you to here... Yeah, look, I'm not 100% fond of that tunnel either. But if I can make this work, which I have, then everybody's satisfied. All right, one for now will do. I sense, if I proceed, let's go with proceed. If I proceed with this series in the way that I intend to... then there should be plenty of revisiting prior builds and making them better. Now, I've got, I think, about 8 million left in terms of loan limit. So what I'm going to need to do here is not burn all of that before having to purchase a train. But you have chosen a good location for this. Now, in a previous attempt, we did Asgard to Ironforge as our route, and the problem with that was that they were just a little bit too close together. 300 grand? Oh, you're talking my language. Yeah, that's good. That's going to be expensive because we've got a bit of a bridge span to do there, but, you know, overall, that's coming out well. I'm double tracking from the get-go because that way I haven't got to go, and now I'm going to wait for 3 minutes while I save up enough money to do the next bit of thing. All right, crow flies, please. Come on, tell me the bad news. What is the bad news? 1 million. Well, I've certainly seen worse than that. And actually, we're going to put Jolly... Are we going to Jolly Green that? No, I think I'm rapidly... Well, I say rapidly. At the speed that I do anything, I'm coming to the conclusion that actually I prefer a box girder bridge for trains. Wait for it. Wait. While using Jolly Green for roads. I think Jolly Green makes for a very appealing road bridge. But box girders make for a very appealing train bridge. You are free to disagree and be wrong. How fast does that go? That does 75. If that's cheaper, I'll take it, you know, because we've got some level of... No, it's not cheaper. None of this is cheap. It's going like, no, that's the quote. But I want to build it out of hay. No, the quote is the quote. Unless you want to go much, much slower. Well, I can tell you for nothing that I don't want to go much, much slower. Well then, you can't have it made out of hay. This brick stuff is good though, isn't it? We do like the brick stuff. It's high, but it's not exceptionally high. It is 1.5 million, but it's not exceptionally 1.5 million. Yeah, I know, it doesn't mean anything. I just said it. Right. And then what? Well, we're only doing one at the moment, so how about you double track by just peeling off right there. Keep it uncomplicated. Keep it simple. Are you going to build the whole of this bridge now? It depends how much it costs. 750,000. That's quite a lot. No, we'll build it later. All right. We'll do this bit now. There you go. Keep the speed up and wang that on there, and everything is groovy. Okay. All right. So I've got what 5.5 left in the loan account and 1 million in my back pocket. That's enough to buy a train or two. I mean, we'll go with 1 to start with because, you know, that makes people cheerful. I'm just going to stick a bit of road back in because this forlorn fellow here has already pushed the emergency light. And you know what? Because we're doing this on the cheap, I'm just going to bang it in like that's too much slope. Oh, stuff you and your slope. And in you go. Right. Okay. Yeah, I know. I'm embracing the level crossing in this swing. I don't know why. I mean, they're still just as awful as they always were. Right, now, we need... It's not true, actually. Level crossings are great. I like level crossings a great deal. The only reason I tend not to use them is because they... there's a reason. It's because they end up lumpy. That's the reason. Right, now then, before we plumb this in, I need to do some more road work over here. Otherwise, we'll get lovely bit of building going on there. And these 3 stubby bits of road here, we'll never see any action at all. And it will just look horrible. So if I can get this working now, then maybe it won't look horrible. No, same methodology. It worked rather well last week. So... you know, the only thing you're bulldozing here is trees, and we've got a gun that will sort that out. So, for now, just, you know, whap these in. Now, I should be in a position where I can happily, and, well, happily is maybe a strong word, easily, readily cover the additional expense of the loan that I've extended into. But, you know, that doesn't mean that I should maintain quite such a carefree attitude with regard to all this stuff. Yeah, I know this isn't straight in the slides. I'm just banging it in to stop the AI. Okay, now then. How do you want to connect from there to here? Using voodoo. Really? Because, you know, we can go look up, you know, what Baron Sam D has to say about connections vis-a-vis train tracks. I don't think it's something specifically that they get up to in Haiti, but, I mean, you're more than welcome to go give it a spin. Right, whack that over there without making one that looks like that, please. Yeah, I want one that... Ooh, hold on. We might have a... Right, you come over here. Sorry, got excited. Stay on altitude. You don't appear to be staying on altitude. In fact, you might need to bump up just a notch. In fact, if I were to do that... Hello. Do you know what I hope for most in the new game? And modders, start figuring out how you're going to do this, right? Because it probably won't be in the main game. But what I really hope is that you can place pillars independent of roadwork and then put the roadwork over the top of the pillars and it rest correctly with a span like this. That would be terrific, because the auto pillar placement system has never worked brilliantly. Yeah, you could get a job done, and that's fine. I mean, if, in fact, were you to summarise my playstyle, it would be, well, it's not good, but it gets the job done. And that's, you know, that's fine. I'm comfortable with that. You're comfortable with that. Otherwise, you wouldn't still be watching. Can we do? What about here? No? What are you colliding with exactly? It's not a bridge pillar collision, because you would say, oh, I see, it's not quite tall enough there. Okay, well, what if I were to back it up to... Oh, look at that. Back it up a bit. Take it to about here. That way we can keep the bridge relatively low. Obviously, we're going to make it out of Jolly Green. Although, there is Jolly Green variant. Let's... Ooh. Ugh. Okay, alright. Jolly Green original it is. Whap that on there like that. Oh, it's looking nice. Yeah, it's just got a bit of a subtle curvature to it. And that's grand. Let's get rid of this bit of road. Why? Because it wouldn't connect. It would give me all kinds of flannel about reasons that it's not pleased with connecting to anything. Stick that in there. You do something magnificent. Or that. Either is fine. Can you... Yeah, no, you can't. It's slopey, isn't it, Gov? Alright, well, in which case... Oh, but you will if I do that way. Alright, happy times. That's all good. It would be beneficial to have one the other side as well, you know. But I'm just going to leave... I'm going to have to extend the track to avoid any AI interruptions. There we go. That should keep that happy. I would really like to get that other bit of road done as well. No, let's leave it. Let's, you know, save what precious pennies you have remaining. Go buy a train and then, you know, do all of that blather you do to get to the end of an episode. 10-4, Roger, on that. Okay, right. We're just going to bang a cheeky depot out. That's, yes, oh, it's a weird-looking depot, isn't it? Cheeky. We'll even use the Invisi depot here. Whiz around like that, whap it on there, and then buy some trains. Right then, I want something quickish. I know I haven't set the route up yet. I'll do that in a minute. Quickish with a capacity of 55 plus. All right, see, look at the decision making going on there. All right, a 10-wheeler's not bad. It is a default train though. Ooh, you're handsome. Now, when was the last time I used absolutely loads of Austrian stuff? It hasn't been for a while, has it? Okay, well, let's do 56. Is that fast enough for you? 56 versus... Well, this was 62. What's the price differential? 1.2. All right, 56 is going to be plenty. That's not 56. This one is. Okay, and your hauling power is certainly adequate. Right, sling that in the... Max her out. Okay, here we go. Now, because we're paused, if I have a change of heart here, I can just flog it straight back and just kind of go, no, I didn't like the colour. And then these all do 62. Is there a 56? There is, but it's not showing the thumbnail, which means there's a very high chance that if I click on one of those, the game crashes, and I am sad. So we won't do that. Right, 18. Yeah, perfect. Second and third class. All right, we'll have two of them. That's 36. And one more, 54. And then we'll put a first class on there as well. Like that. 64. Do you want to go again? What are you? You're the baggage car. We'll take it. It only carries one. That is a total luxury. It's only going to cost me $6,000 a year. Put it on there for authenticity's sake. Okay, all right. Yeah, I know, you heard right. I was doing something for the sake of authenticity. I'm surprised too. Right, okay, now then, route up. Yep, you on to, and we'll go from Arkham to Asgard. Beautiful. So, did I have not a naming convention that was literally like, oh no, the last one was called Holy Trinity. Oh, in which case, this one should be the Ironlands. Ooh, can you feel it? Because you got Asgard, right, where, you know, Thor, hammers, all that, right? Iron Forge, iron, yeah. Arkham, Batman, he's hard as nails. Townsville, I can't remember what movie that's from. It's from a cartoon. Oh, that's why you don't know. It was recommended to you by people. And you just kind of went, yeah, whatever. I don't watch cartoons. I'm a flipping grown-up. Right, bang that on there. That's not to say cartoons aren't good. They can be good. I just don't watch them because I don't watch television. Right, okay, go. Yeah, right, let's watch this thing deploy because that's always good. It's even better when they come out of the mystical buffers. There you go, mystical buffers deploy. Oh, this is quite a charming and elegant young gentleman. Is it? Yeah, okay. If you want to anthropomorphize everything, then be my guest. Yeah, it is. Look at it. Charming, elegant, Austrian. What's not to like? That's quite nice. To be honest, this game is sometimes at its best when you just watch stuff happen. And when you're out of money, watching stuff happen is pretty much all you're allowed to do as you watch yourself gradually becoming bankrupt. Right, what's your turnaround time there, Tiny? 7. 7's fine. Alright, this is going to take some percolating time, this one. I'm going to, however, nerf this bus route by redirecting. I should have done this in a different order, but so be it. You are 3rd Street, allegedly. Okay, well, not anymore, you're not. Going over there. Upper Asgard. 3rd Street. Removal. And that. There we are. Beautiful. And that should, in turn, mean that people kind of go, oh, you've got to get the bus from here now. Oh, I wonder why. I don't know. It could be that they've got this station next door and they're keen for us to go and explore the wonders. Where do you actually go? You're Asgard Ironforge. You're Asgard Townsville. That's good. Basically means that, you know, we can just shuffle people into Arkham. We've already got some people waiting for the train. That's also excellent. So that's going to pay off in a while. I mean, I don't anticipate it paying off soon, but, you know, we'll wait. I might have pulled the trigger on the bulldozer there prematurely, but fortunately I had no money, so it couldn't do anything. And there you go. That's going to wrap it up for today. Shall I do yet another lovely looking screenshot of a train crossing a bridge? Do we think that's going to get people watching this episode? Yeah, if you actually pull off a lovely looking screenshot. Shut up. Look at that. Well, okay, it was all right. I mean, you're like, actually, arguably, this is nicer. There you go, with a smidge of kernel cam. Yeah, the kernel cam doesn't really work on this map because the ground is so unstable. You end up, you know, bumping around all over the joint. It still has. It's come out quite nicely though. Yes, that's all right. All right. Anyone waiting? Anyone at all? No, mate. No one is waiting for the Ironlands, which is shorter. Another descriptor on there. It should be Express or Turbo or .com. I've been Colonel Failure. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be back soon with another one because we're going through... Oh, there you go. Now you find the shot. Look. Yeah, you've got this lumpy green business in the foreground, but you've got the mountains in the background and the train in the foreground and all of that. And by the time you finish talking, it's going to be out of shot, leaving you staring at frankly nothing. That's not true. We're going to be staring at, frankly, this bloke, frankly staring at the... staring, not scaring. Staring at the sky. If you wouldn't mind staying in shot there, sir, that would be delightful. If you wouldn't mind... Oh, look at them. My milkshake has once again triumphed. Crikey, there's a lot of people and a lot of boys coming to my yard. Crikey. Well, crikey, everybody. I've been Colonel Failure. Why not things? And I'll catch up with you soon. You're not even going to tell them to press buttons? Flipping heck, it's like an exodus. The bright lights of the new cities have... crumbs. I have never seen the like, friends. I've never seen a city pack out its station as quickly as this. And it's because I'm the Magic Man. The name's Colonel Failure, and I'll be back soon. Cheerio! Hello! Well, yes. So I'm the Magic Man, apparently. I don't know what the hell I'm talking about there, but there you go. Magic Man, that's my name. Now, there tend to be two main reasons that I will ever play a bit more after I've finished a recording. But by and large, I try and stick to recording everything that happens over the course of a series, so that you can live through it with me, and the highs and the lows and anything else that might occur along the way. But once in a while, I'll play it for a bit after I finish recording, and there's usually two reasons for that. I'll back up, so I'll save the game after recording, and then sometimes I'll play a bit more. And the two main reasons that I do that, he says, finally getting to the point, is number one, I think it might be broken. And if it's broken, then I should probably fix that before diving in next time. Otherwise, we're just going to stare at a broken thing. So it's about trying out a couple of ideas to see if any of them will kind of fix things. The second of which is if it's working really, really well, and you just kind of go like, oh, what can I do next? Oh, that's grand. Yeah. Okay, expand this into that, and so on. And a genuine enthusiasm for doing a bit more. Well, that's the situation we find ourselves in currently, is it's going very nicely. Is there room for improvement? Of course there's room for improvement. I don't make anything perfectly. I mean, that's not what we do here. I make it quickly. And then maybe polish it up a little bit later on. But it's going quite nicely, and that means more expansion is needed. Oh, yes.